Okay, hi, this is Jimmy from Top 10 Florida Baseball. Here we are in the Dominican Republic at our academy in Wandolio. And we have with us our pitching coach, Francis. And we have with us Brandon. Brandon, where are you from?
Bahamas.
And how old are you?
19.
And what position you play?
Pitcher.
You're a pitcher, you're a right-handed pitcher. And your top velocity has reached what?
92.
So you're up to 92 with us right now, steady 88, 91, touching 92, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you've been with us for how long?
About 8 months. 8 months.
So Brandon has been here in the academy for 8 months. When he originally came, he had some arm pain, and Coach Casada has been working with him, doing a lot of strengthening exercises. And we're in the process right now of shortening up Brandon's arm action. It's our feeling that he has very, very deep arm action. He's breaking the acromial line. He's reaching back really far. And he's kind of plateaued at 90, 91. And we kind of think that because of Brandon's strength in his arm action, that he might be a 93 to 96 guy. So we're going to try to shorten up his arm action. Brandon, show us where you normally go with your arm, where your arm action has been when you go down. So Brandon has been, go ahead, go in there again and stay back in there. So Brandon has been getting deep in here, breaking the acromial line, and getting deep in here with his arm action, okay? And we're gonna shorten that up. Our idea is we're gonna shorten them up. So Coach Casada, Coach Francis here is gonna show him the arm action that he likes. And what we're replicating here is we're replicating the power pitchers in Major League Baseball. The power pitchers in Major League Baseball, Nolan Ryan, Greg Maddux, great pitchers, lasted a long time, Roger Clemens. They've pitched in the major leagues for over 20 years, and they've pretty much avoided arm issues with their shoulder and the elbow, and they've all had very long careers. And they're basically short armers, where they're not reaching really deep, they're not really reaching far back, and they're not breaking the acromial line. So Coach is working with Brandon on doing this. So Coach, you're going to show him, go ahead and show him the arm action to Kitu Kieri. So Kitu Kieri a key, Coach. Maybe you can turn Brandon sideways. Brandon, maybe you're going to come over this way. Okay, and Coach, you can come over this way. And we're going to take a look at the arm action that we're looking for here. Okay. So you can see this is a shorter path. It's a more consistent path. We feel that this is going to allow Brandon to probably, go ahead and do that a couple times, Coach. My bases. Okay. Una vez. Okay. And we're trying to get Brandon to not break the acromial line. We're trying to get him to shorten up his arm action. And there's two things that we're looking for here. We're looking for prolonged health for the shoulder and the elbow. We feel that this might avoid an injury for him in the future. And we're also looking for increased velocity. We feel that possibly Brandon has plateaued at the 89 to 91 range, topping out at 92. And because you're how tall?
6'4".
6'4", 6'4 and a half, pushing 6'5". You step into a pair of cleats, you're at 6'6". So you're a big player. You've got long arms. You've got real long fingers. You create very good backspin on the ball. You've got fast arm action, and there's not an ounce of fat on your body. You're all muscle. So when I see you, I want to see 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, and that is what I want to see. So that's what we're going for. That makes sense? So we're going to talk a little bit about how we're going to do that. So go ahead and get your foreseeing grip right there. So what we're doing here right now is we're going to bring the hands down at the same tempo, and the elbows are going to be at the same angle. When the hands split, the hands are going to split from the center of the body at an equal distance, giving us an equal angle on the elbows. As he continues to separate, we have an equal distance of the hands from the center of the body. We have an equal distance from the ground up to the bottom of his elbows. And he's at the same angle on the elbows. We're looking for similar and equal arm angles and distances so that he's in perfect symmetry form. We don't want something different like that. We don't want one hand out here and one hand over here. This is a different arm angle and it's a different distance. So we're using this center of his body, his CG, as a reference point to measure angles and to measure distances. So it's all about tempo at this point. It's all about tempo. So we're going to go down the elevator. When we're teaching our little kids, we're going to say, hey, down the elevator, up the elevator, down, down, and up. And technically, if we take this hand out of the picture, this finger is basically drawing the letter J. It's the letter J. If he was going to have a magic marker in his hand and he was drawing the letter J on the board, that's his arm action right there. Okay? So it's down and straight up. And we're going to make sure that we don't go past the acromial line with his arm action in the backside. We're going to make sure that he doesn't drop all the way down and get in behind the acromial line and in behind his back. This causes timing issues. There are players in the major leagues that can do this. There are players in the major leagues that can do this consistently and reach high velocities. But for the most part, a lot of them break down a little bit later. And we don't want Brandon to break down. We don't want shoulder issues and we don't want elbow issues. So we're doing this for two different reasons. We're doing this to keep your arm healthy for a long time. And we're hoping, we think, there's a good possibility that you might increase your velocity once you get used to this muscle memory. Okay? So it's down elevator and back up. And now we can see that the angle between his forearm and his bicep is the same as the forearm and the bicep. The elbows are the same distance from the ground up to here. His forearm angles are at the same angles. So we have equal and similar angles on both sides. We have equal and similar heights. His hand is the same distance on the front side as from the back side. So we have equal similar angles, equal similar distances, equal similar heights. So we're looking at for symmetry. So Brandon's now going to close his eyes and feel what this feels like. So we're not going to look at it, we're going to feel it now. He's just going to feel it. He's going to feel it. Now he can do this drill and continue to throw from this point, holding the ball, and he goes into a throwing action, and now we call this a hold. Okay? So now he can hold onto the ball and go through the throwing motion, and that's his hold. He can do this with a towel as part of his towel drill. Okay? He can do this with a 2-pound weight if he wants to increase the muscles. And we're going to put a little emphasis on the pronation at the end. So he would use possibly a 1-pound weight, or 2 pounds would be about the maximum. I would recommend maybe a 1-pound weight. Okay? Lots of reps with the 1-pound weight, making sure that you pronate in here. This pronation protects your elbow. We never want that arm to come out all the way. Never, never, never. Nunca, nunca, nunca. No quiero eso. Okay, yo quiero elbow aquí, and then pronation. Boom. Right through there. So now you can do this with the ball. We'll call that a hold. You can do it with a 1-pound weight. Possibly 2 pounds, maybe build yourself up to 2 pounds. Don't exceed 2 pounds, that would be too much. You can do this with a towel, and then you can go live playing with your partner, playing catch. Eyes closed, you're feeling the motion. We're burning in the motion, okay? Eyes closed, we're feeling it. I need you to feel this when you go to bed. You can do this in your brain, you can do this in your mind as a visualization process. When you're sitting in a chair, having lunch, so that you burn in the muscle memory. We're going to do this thousands of times, and maybe when you come out in competition, maybe you'll get a little longer. We'll see. But we're going to get real short. If you go real short on your practice reps, when you go into action, maybe you'll go a little bit longer because your testosterone and your adrenaline will be running. Okay? So I need you to do this. I need you to do this 1,000 times a day. Why you would do it less, I don't know. Okay? Let's see how fast we can get you up to 94, 95. Sound like a plan? Okay? All right? One more time with coach. One more time with coach. Coach, show him one more time. Una más vez. Una más vez con coach. Okay? Okay, Brandon, a couple times by yourself now. I'm going to take this thumb and make sure that it's down. Now go ahead and use your, now flex up a little bit on your lower body. Flex in a little bit. Yeah, much better. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Now, once Brandon gets this down, we'll go into the next step, which I'll briefly go over just for a quick second. Once Brandon gets to this point, okay, he's going to stiffen up in here, and the hips are going to start to roll. Go ahead. The hips open. And then we're going to drop into the slot, get the elbow forward, throw and pronate. Don't let that arm come out all the way. All right, so that'll be for the next segment, but that's the segment today. We're working on short arm action. All of our power pitchers, Roger Clemens, Randy Johnson, we've got a slew of them. They've had their whole career, no injuries. This is how Greg Maddox threw it. Take a look at Greg Maddox's backside arm action. He drops the ball in behind his slot, in behind his head, comes out elbow forward, getting into external rotation at about 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and it works. So good luck. All right? So thanks very much. Next segment we'll be working on the lower half with Brandon. Once he gets that under control, then we'll come back and do that. Thank you.